Warning, this is a World at War free-for-all, not a Call of Duty 4 search and destroy gameplay. Viewer discretion advised. Hello and welcome to my first posted World at War gameplay. And the gameplay itself is not really that important except for this little background story. This is the first time that I actually managed to try out the Juggernaut MP40 setup. It's very infamous in World at War, highly hated, etc, etc. And I do not want you to rate the video either like or dislike solely on the fact that I'm using this setup. What it really is it's a perfect demonstration of how Treyarch managed to get this part of the game wrong. In fact, MP40, aside from the fact that its recoil likes to bounce a bit, is pretty overpowered because it doesn't need stopping power to kill effectively, which is why Juggernaut is so widely used with it. So basically the point I want to drive home is that Treyarch needs to strive for a gameplay environment which focuses on gameplay and not explosives or extremely powerful abusable combos. Of interesting note is that there's no danger close, there's no one-man army, there's no stopping power, there's no Juggernaut, yeah. All those perks are gone. It's been argued that Juggernaut was always the counterbalance for stopping power, and when they removed Juggernaut from Modern Warfare 2 and left stopping power, that basically made stopping power the most newbie perk in the game because it made it incredibly easy to kill. There's some truth to that. It'll definitely be a very interesting experience to figure out what Call of Duty is like when you take away stopping power, because then all the weapons in the game will have they'll be easier to balance because they will all have the same baseline. In other words, you won't need stopping power to make this gun effective, such as the bolt action from World at War, in which unless you played hardcore you had to use stopping power, because if you didn't it would always take a second bullet to get it off, in which case it was then worthless compared to any other weapon in the game. And if you're wondering what exactly do I mean by baseline, basically, let's just take a value of 1.0. A gun's usefulness is determined by recoil, bullet damage, clip size, etc. And players are always going to gravitate to the gun that is above baseline, a value greater than 1. And in an ideal game, you would have almost all the weapons very closely equalized to this baseline. One slightly above, a few slightly below, maybe a few slightly above. The idea is to provide you multiple useful ways to use the gun and to support multiple play styles. When you can achieve that, which Call of Duty 4 got extremely close to doing, then you get an extremely enjoyable gaming experience, as long as there's nothing to break this gameplay. And then, namely with highly powerful, overused explosives, which, excuse me, Modern Warfare 2 had. And Call of Duty 4, of course, had its OP triple frag grenades and martyrdom. Oh yeah, no martyrdom's coming back in Black Ops. Hooray, hoorah! But what I'm worried about is, are they hiding overpowered perk effects in the pro versions? And the reason why I bring this up is because we didn't get a full reveal and no beta announcement. So it kind of makes me wonder, are they trying to hide anything from us in order to enhance their sales? I don't know. But it's kind of had me second guessing my decision to pick it up quickly, right at release, but I'll probably pick it up anyway because I'm pretty desperate for a new Call of Duty title. Because Call of Duty 4 is getting old, World at Wars, it's okay, but it's definitely the inferior game using the same Call of Duty 4 engine. Mostly because MP40 is just so good. In this game, I already said that it's my very first game of the MP40 and the MP40 Juggernaut setup, and aside from the slow, kind of iffy beginning, because I was getting used to it, I didn't actually expect it to have that much recoil. But in the second half of the game, I really started to tear with it. and it's just that easy to use. So, bottom line, there has to be a focus on gameplay and tactical movement, not abusable combos or highly powerful explosives. Well, at least we're not going to get drop shot by RPDs anymore, but they still left second chance in the game for some reason. Though thankfully, or hopefully, they do not allow you to drop to ball scratch mode while still having your primary weapon out. But of course, there's always going to be that douchebag that has the modded pistol, which can be as effective as a main weapon anyway, so yeah. And one last thing before I end this commentary. The game needs to be focused on gameplay that made it popular, which is gunplay, tactical movement, and not set up as such that it pleases the Modern Warfare 2 kids. Plain and simple. I know that there's two very sharply defined divisions in the Call of Duty community right now, and they are the community before Modern Warfare 2, and then you got the Modern Warfare 2 kids. And we have to simply ignore them. The Modern Warfare 2 kids, they don't know what a good first-person shooter is. Plain and simple. There's no other way to put it. Well, I'm out. Peace.